So if the value of the dollar does not weaken, it will not correct the balance of trade deficit. Understand? David, Nicola, understand?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. I am just giving you 5 minutes to read this question, and then we share some lights on the answer here.
I don't see the screen.
Yes, sorry, which question?
You don't see the screen?
Just the whiteboard.
Here. Now can you see that?
Maybe.
No.
Ah,
No.
now it's okay.
Here. Please mute yourself. There is noise or background noise.
It was me, sir. Sorry. I'm trying to get a better connection here.
Okay. Okay. Free trade is not conceivable. We are always at the mercy of exchange rate. Any country can use this mechanism to impose trade barriers. What does it mean? Anyone?
I can, sir, can I answer?
Yeah, sure.
So as far as I understand, right, it means that if the local currency drops, regardless of the trading barriers, the export will still increase, and if the currency inflates, then the exporting will be decreased, regardless of the barriers.
Somehow you are right, but the question is that we are always at the mercy of exchange rates. What if a country is so powerful that it can manage its own exchange rate? Then yes, it can create a natural barrier. For example, right? If US wants to ban or create restriction on Chinese goods, there are two options. One is it impose tariffs, and the other thing, what it can do, it can decrease the value of US dollar, right? When decrease the value of US dollar, what happened? So for US people, it is more costly to buy Chinese goods. Why? Because they have to spend more dollars to buy Chinese products. In that case, the purpose is the same. Either you impose tariffs or either you weaken the or either you weaken the currency. And what happened here? You finally basically imposing a barrier on that country's imports. So there is an answer here, and that is, for example, a US may be discouraged from attempting to export to Japan, which means Japanese government want to discourage the US exports, sorry, US imports, right? So what happened? They increase the value of dollar and decrease the value of yen. And what happened? For Japanese people, it is more costly to buy US products. So Japanese people won't buy the US products, and Japanese government is successfully defeating US products to enter into Japanese economy. Understand? So I will be uploading these slides. So you can also read complete answer here as well. Okay, now the limitations of a weak home currency solution. Number one, competition. So foreign companies may lower their prices to remain competitive. You said that we can, lower the currency value. Government can manipulate the currencies. But what happened if Chinese, they say that, okay, good, you manipulate with the forex, we manipulate with our prices. We also reduce the prices. Then there is limitation. You cannot control the product, you cannot control the people's behavior, you can only control the foreign exchange. And on the other side, there are brand loyalty, there are price competition, other factors are as well. So you cannot control other factors just by controlling just foreign exchange. Foreign exchange rate or exchange rate. Number two, impact of other currencies. So a country that has a balance of trade deficit with many countries is not likely to solve all the deficits simultaneously. Like I gave you the example that US has different exchange rate with other countries as well. So if you manipulate one exchange rate, it will be changed throughout the currencies. So it's very hard for the US to play with every country. So if a US has trade deficit with many other countries, and if you focus just on one country, then other countries, you cannot focus that. Maybe from there, people want to buy more products. If you think that you cannot buy products, you are happy that now people cannot buy products from China. But what happened due to your policies? Now the same products now are coming from Vietnam, from India, because Indian currency is more cheaper, and it's very easy to buy the products from India. So your problem is now taking a round turn. So problem is the same, it's just taking you a round in circle, and that's it. And then pre-arrange international trade transactions. What happened if you already gave the order, and if you already purchased the items, and now you are waiting for the goods to deliver? Even though the currency has decreased, but still you have contracted, you have the agreement, you have to buy no matter the price gone up or down. So the time period in which you gave the order and goods going to be delivered, we call this lag time, and we can be measure it through J-curve effect. So normally, international transaction cannot adjust itself, even though right now the currency has decreased in the value. You expect that there are going to be more exports from tomorrow. No, it takes lag time from 18 months or longer. So that's why the macroeconomic policies, they don't follow the math rule. They follow this lag time. So that's why the politicians, they say that we have implemented this policy and now let's wait. And how much you have to wait? More than 18 months. And you can know that if you trigger from one country, the 18 months lag. So in 18 months, anything can happen with other countries as well. So maybe you control one, problem from one country, but there are more than 100 problems that you have created from other countries, right? And then intra-company trade, which means many firms, they purchase this product that are produced by these subsidiaries. You cannot control that. For example, you are assembling your products in China, you are sending from US, and only assembling department is in China. So that is your intra-company trade. So no matter how much is the exchange rate, it's between the same company, it won't affect your solution or your problem associated with lowering the exchange rate. Any question? Okay, that's what I said with the J curve, and that is, this is zero, below zero there is negative if you are in deficit, and if you lower your currency, what happened? It will increase your deficit more, and the time is at least 18 months or more, and then after that you will see the fruits of the exchange rate depreciation. This time period or this curve, it looks like a J, so we call this J curve effect. Understand? Okay, now you have 2 minutes to read this question and then we discuss the answer. Michael, can you answer this question?
Well, basically, the US dollar is stronger compared to other foreign currencies. That means the other countries will buy less of American products, increasing the trade deficit.
Very nice. Nicola, can you answer the rest?
The second one?
Yeah.
So yeah, in that case, the weaker dollar means that we cannot afford too much product from our side. So, no, sorry. A weaker dollar, people will buy more products from the US. So the number of wait, now I'm confused. The deficit is more imports than exports, right? So
wrong.
a weaker dollar.
Wrong, Nicola. Let me just explain you, okay?
It's wrong.
Whenever you read this kind of question, so mark a country. We're talking about US trade of balance. You write it down and you mark your position. You are here. Okay?
Okay.
Now currency is weaker.
Yes.
Write down exports and write down imports here. If dollar is weaker, so our products will be more cheaper to outside world. Our exports
We increase.
And since our dollar is weaker, so we have to pay more dollars to buy things. Nobody wants to pay more. So our imports start decreasing. So what happened?
Decrease.
Exports start rising, imports start decreasing. What is the effect on balance of trade deficit? The deficit start decreasing.
Decrease.
Okay, well done. Any other question regarding this question? Clear?
No, sir, clear.
Okay, good. Okay, now friction regarding exchange rates, which means all governments cannot weaken their home currencies simultaneously. It's not like that. Simultaneously, US, Korea, North